Hello and welcome to a new vlog. Welcome to Sunday and welcome to day 2 of Camp Nano. I am not filming every day. It's just happened to work out that I will be filming the first 3 days of camp as individual vlogs, and then we'll be taking a break for a few days and then I'll pick the vlogging camera back up. Don't be confused. I'm not doing daily vlogs throughout Camp Nano. I wish. We could talk about that and consider that for July. It might work out for camp in July. I might be able to commit to daily vlogs and daily editing in July, but not April. So yeah, it's day 2, which is really exciting. I had an excellent day yesterday. You can go back and watch the last vlog for that. And I'm excited about day 2. I have already looked at my goal, my word tracker in Scrivener, see how it's adjusted since I did about 500 words more than what I needed yesterday. I needed 1,046 and I did 1,565. So that's fantastic. And then, but when I opened it up, it was showing I still needed 1,040. So it only took 6 words off overall, which is not ideal. But then I also realized that I had not checked in the target counter settings thing to allow for writing on the day of the deadline, which I always allow for writing on the day of the deadline. So I selected that and that brought it down to 1,029, which I feel really good about. My official camp goal is 1,000 words a day. I feel like if I can get to 1,000 words, I can get to 1,029. So I think I can keep with that. So I've got my camp goal of 1,000 words a day, or an average of 7,000 words per week, to get to 30,000 words by the end of the month. So that's my camp goal, but I have everything set up in Scrivener for the whole project because this is 30,000 out of 100,000 that I'm working for total overall in the manuscript. And I already had about 5,000 something, 6,000 something in Scrivener from my outline, which I'm now writing over my outline. It's just kind of worked out that my Scrivener goal roughly matches my Scrivener goal to get to 100K by June 30th, roughly matches my camp goal of 1,000 words a day to get to 30,000 words by the end of the month. So they're kind of lining up, and I'm hoping that over the next week or so of camp, I can keep chipping away at that number. But if it stays 1,029, that's fine too. So yeah, definitely want to do my writing later today, but I also want to do some reading. I don't know if I will manage to finish Tokyo Ever After today, but because I've got over 2 hours left in it, and I'm not sure I'm going to have that much time to read, but I'm going to try. So I want to do some reading today, and I need to do some vlog editing. So I need to edit yesterday's vlog, what I filmed yesterday. I need to edit for tomorrow because it's going to be tomorrow, Monday's vlog. So I need to do some vlog editing. So I think I'm going to start with breakfast and some coffee and get cozy on my couch. Yeah, that's where we're at. Welcome to the vlog. Get cozy. Let's get cracking with day 2 of Camp Nano. It is now considerably later. This vlog has kind of run away from me, or rather I've run away from the vlog, not sure which, but it is now just past 3:45, so it's nearly 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I have decided I'm not gonna go for a walk today. I just kind of turned on my exercise monitor on my watch and did a little bit of cleaning around the apartment to get my minutes, and that did actually work. it was a little bit of a workout, so that's good. But I just don't think I have the energy to go for a walk today. I think I'm trying to be smart and not push myself. And I just think I need to rest today. It's frustrating. I'm so tired. I am so tired, and I hate saying that, but I don't know. I also feel like, on the one hand, I don't want people to like get bored of me saying how tired I am. On the other hand, I feel like it is kind of important just to have a bit of reality here, to not make it seem like I'm not tired, because I am. I really, really am. I'm still not sleeping. Like last night, classic case, I managed to actually get just over 8 hours of sleep, like total sleep, but I only got 43 minutes of deep sleep. And so like this is my problem. Either I'll get a night where I get a decent amount of deep sleep, like 2 hours or slightly more, but I only sleep for like 6 hours total. So it's deep, but it's still not enough. Or I have a night like last night where I'm in bed and I'm technically asleep for a good chunk of time, but it's not a very good quality of sleep. Or I have nights where it's somewhere in between, where I get like 1 hour or an hour and a half of deep sleep and 7 hours of total sleep. And no matter which way you slice it, it's just not enough sleep for me. And I know it's more sleep than some of you are getting. It's less sleep than others of you are getting. We're all different. For me, it's not enough. I am not sleeping enough. And it's starting to screw with my resting heart rate. I've been not sleeping well and not sleeping normally for the last about 5 weeks. And I got an alert from my Apple Watch, from the health app, that my resting heart rate was trending slightly higher for that same period of time. So they have to be connected. So like I'm not getting into a nice deep sleep, and so my heart rate isn't like getting to drop the way that it was all winter long. And I think it's a combination of things. I think part of it is the weather changing. I think part of it is all of the hiking, like all of this started right at the very end of the hiking season, when I was like hiking pretty much every day that I wasn't teaching, and I wasn't taking any days off because I knew I was running out of time. And so I was just pushing, and I almost feel like I've triggered some sort of weird fibro flare. I kind of broke my rules and mismanaged things at the very end of the season, and I still don't regret it. I don't regret any of those hikes, but I'm not happy with how I'm feeling. I'm not happy with how I'm not sleeping, and I don't know if it's that alone. I think it is a combination of things, but either way, I'm just in this weird vicious cycle where I'm not sleeping, and so my body still isn't repairing itself, and then I wake up and I'm in pain, and then the next night I'm in pain, so I can't sleep again. And I'm afraid it's just going to be how it is until the semester is done, because I'm not going to be able to like properly rest until the semester is done. And that's not a good feeling. It's just not. So I don't know. So I don't mean to be repetitive by talking about how I'm not sleeping, but this is just one of the realities of living with fibromyalgia. You just have periods like this where nothing seems to work and nothing seems to help, and I'm doing the best that I can, but I think the only thing that would do anything would be to just stop and not do anything, which is what I was supposed to do over spring break. But I spent spring break hiking and then helping Mom clear out the garage, or do more clearing out in the garage. So now I'm just stuck in survival mode until summer vacation starts, which is a bit scary to think about, that I've got 4 more weeks. This week at least is conference week, so it'll be exhausting, but I'll be at home. So I'm hoping that will help, but we'll see. This is all a long and rambly way of saying I'm finally sitting at my desk and I'm finally getting to work, but I have a lot to do still. I'm glad my goal is just 1,000 words because I really don't know that I'm gonna get much over that. I'm getting everything plugged in and set up here at my desk. I was just checking MailerLite and I'm really excited that a few more people subscribe to my email list. So just very excited about that. Just thought I'd take a moment to say, hey, I have an email list if you want to sign up. The link is in the description box. I do not spam you. The last message I sent out was on December 7th of last year. So I am overdue. I'm sorry, everyone. I did mean to send out a newsletter like at the like yesterday or the day before. I wanted to put something up right before camp started. So I will try to get a letter out. I aim for once a month, but clearly that has not been happening. So I will not spam your list, your email. The most emails I've ever sent out in 1 month, I think, were 3 or 4, and that was during a launch month. So launch months, it can be more than once, but generally on average, it's still like once a month. When you count that there are months where I don't send one out. So yeah, I would love if you would sign up. I have no control over YouTube or Instagram or Facebook or Twitter. I'm ready to ditch my Twitter, to be honest. I really do not enjoy being on that platform at all. So if you've noticed, the only thing I ever tweet is the link to the new video every time one goes up. So I have no control over those platforms. I do have some control over my email list. And if I ever left MailerLite, I could take my email list and go somewhere else. If anything ever happened to my YouTube channel or any of my other social media accounts, you'd always be able to still hear about me through the email list. So there's your little, there's my plea. Sign up for my email list. It would make me very happy. And I won't spam your email, I promise. So yeah, I need to get Epidemic Sound pulled up. I need to get a video going. I need to get my candle lit. I'm gonna stop talking. We'll talk more later once I've done some writing. Let me see if I can just get 500 words written, and then we can chat some more. We can take a little bit of a break and chat some more.
Standing underneath the lights, look into each other's eyes. Tired snowflakes are coming down, collapse into water when they hit the ground. I hear the sound of empty streets. Yesterday has gone to sleep, so all that's left is you and me. I can't promise you're the only thing I see. Hold my hand and hear the words I say. Close your eyes and let us fade away. Build a secret place for you and me. Let our minds be caught up in a dream.
Okay, it is now 4:30. I have written 621 words, so I'm getting there. We'll see if I do much over 1,000. I want to. I do. I sound like I'm convincing myself. I would like to do more. I definitely am going to write until at least 5 o'clock. I will probably hit 1,000. Well, I'm talking to you guys, so it'll be after 5 o'clock. So I'll say probably try to write until 5:30. But yeah, writing is coming along. Like it's still so early. It's still so early, but I am really enjoying writing this. I really enjoyed writing the first chapters of the last 2 books. It just felt like the first chapters of both Bookshop of Possibilities and The Inn of Hopes and Dreams. Those first chapters just came really easily to me and really quickly. So far, this one is doing the same. While I've been writing, I've also been frantically refreshing the tracking page on an Amazon order that I'm tracking. I'm having trouble with Amazon. And like, it's such a sign of how used to online delivery, particularly like 2-day Prime delivery or like equivalents with other countries, like other companies, like how much we've adapted to to easy shipping. Because when something is even slightly delayed, it's just so irritating. When I was younger, online shopping wasn't a thing for most of my life. You did catalog orders. And like, how did my mom how did she even do that? Did she call them? Did she send in an order form? Like, how did we do it? Obviously we did, you know, obviously we coped without online shopping for so long. Of course, some of you are probably young enough that you've never had a life without online shopping, but like, we're just so used to stuff arriving almost instantly. And so if something takes an extra day or something, but I'm just a little nervous because I had US Postal attempted to deliver something yesterday. They never do door-to-door delivery at an apartment complex. And my apartment complex used to just accept packages into the office, but they eventually upgraded to a parcel locker system. It's all automated. It's fantastic. I get a text as soon as something has been put into a locker with a code to unlock that locker. It's fantastic because it means something can be delivered while I'm at work, and if I get home after the office is closed, I can still get my package. Things aren't like locked in the office overnight. So it's been over a year that we've had it, probably over 2 years now, and it's amazing, except it's not working. It's not working. They've had to go and take all the packages out of it so people could get them from the office, but it's not accepting new packages. And so I think what happened is US Postal tried to deliver something, couldn't access the parcel lockers, and I'm assuming it was at 2 o'clock. So the office should have been open, but I'm assuming they might have just been out for like showing an apartment or something when the US Postal Service went by, and so they essentially couldn't deliver it. And so they're gonna try again, but I don't know when. But now I have something scheduled to come today, and I don't think that's coming US Postal. It should arrive. This is what I'm telling myself. It should be fine. It should all arrive. But the package today has the first of my NaNoWriMo rewards. And I have now written 2,000 words for NaNoWriMo. I'm at 2K total for Nano. So I want my 2K reward. So that really needs to arrive. You might have noticed there's some stuff, it's changed a little bit behind me. Part of what I was cleaning earlier was this mess behind me. So it's still a mess. Like, this is my old side table that doesn't fit with my couch anymore. It would make the couch come too far out, or the table would stick too far out if I put it at this end. So I haven't figured out what to do with it, but I love this table. I'm not getting rid of it. So it's not gonna live there, but I finally got it like cleaned up a bit back here, and that pushed more flat against the wall. On top is a box full of author copies of my books. I ordered like 5 copies of each book, just so that I'd have copies of each book around. Every now and then there's just a time where it's like, oh, I wish I had a copy of my book. So I had ordered a bunch of those back at the very beginning of the year, and then I've put this Ted Baker bag here, and that has the NaNoWriMo gifts that have arrived. So there's 3 things that have already arrived. Of course, they're all gifts and rewards for later, for when I've written more than 2,000 words, but they're now at least all in a bag. I thought about like wrapping everything nicely. I'm not gonna do that, but I do have a small Ted Baker bag, so I was thinking the big one could hold everything, and then as I open up one gift, I've got a smaller bag that most of the stuff will fit in, so I can move the next range of stuff into the smaller bag so that I've got that to open when I hit the next reward. I'll show all of that once I actually get those gifts. But yeah, I need to get back to writing, but I just wanted to update you guys. I'm gonna get a snack, even though it's almost 5 o'clock. I do feel hungry, so I'm gonna go get a snack. and then I'll keep writing, and we'll get up to at least 1,000 words. We're at 8,000 on the dot for the manuscript total so far, so that's kind of fun. I'm gonna go grab a snack and something to drink and sit back down and get back to writing.
Quiet voices in the night. Time is running out of sight. A lonely wind is passing by. Tries to carry all the whispers that it finds.
Okay, I was just checking the Amazon thing again, and I now have a delivery window back. So for a little while it was telling me just by 10 o'clock, and there was a note that said, we're sorry we missed our estimated delivery window, but your stuff is still on the way. Now it's saying arriving between 4:45 and 6:45, but estimated delivery windows may change due to traffic and other conditions. Check back for updates. I will, Amazon. I'm checking every 10 minutes. Like, it's gonna seem really anticlimactic once I show you the one thing I'm going to show you today. The others you have to wait until I hit those goals. So it's going to seem really anticlimactic, but the main reason I'm worried is I just want to know that this one is going to make it. But anyway, writing update. I am up to 1,147 words. So I have more than crossed my goal for today, which is fantastic. Very, very happy about that. It is now 5:33. I'm happy to keep writing. And I've actually got a nice little scene going on. I've got multiple of the characters. I'm writing a few characters within the friend group. So that's fun, getting back into all of these characters again. So I'm happy to keep writing, but I think I am going to cook. So we should just go do that. We should just go cook. I need to grate up some carrots and chop those. I'm really not going to want to cook tomorrow, so I should just cook today. So yeah, the book is coming along, and I am really happy with it. It's just always like writing a whole, like book one of a whole new series, which is what I was doing with Royal Romance. That's a fun and interesting experience, and like same with More Than Fate. Or book one. Like book one of Across the Pond is different, because that was not what is my now kind of normal writing routine, because book one of Across the Pond, A Brave Start, I wrote over the course of several years in starts and stops. That was just a very different experience in a lot of ways. But book one of Independent Hearts was just such a magical experience, and I really felt the same way with book one of Royal Romance. Like, I know I've been talking about that one quite a bit off and on, and you know, I had intended on publishing that like next month. Like, I had thought that one was going to be April, May of 2023, and then I was thinking maybe June of 2023 of this year, and now it's looking more like I'll be lucky if it's done by January of next year, which would be preferable and ideal if I could publish it by then. Like, I want to publish that book, but I'm also learning from my experience on these other books that I don't want to rush the new book in a series. I don't want to put out a new book in a series and be rushing to get it out just because I'm meeting an arbitrary deadline that I have control over anyway, so I can decide to put it out later or after a certain time. And that's kind of what I think I want to do. Like, I'm trying really hard. We'll see how things go this summer. I think this summer, once I have some time where I'm not stressed out from work and from teaching and from feeling pulled in a million different directions and trying to do all the things, I think I'll get a better idea of how long it's actually going to take me. So I'm hoping that one can come out in January. So I'm not holding it to some sort of perfectionist standard, but I want it to be the best that I can do in general, not just the best that I can do under already really limited circumstances, if that makes sense. And it's not that that's what I'm doing with my other books. Like, all my books I'm doing the best that I can do, generally speaking. But with The Inn of Hopes and Dreams, with Brave with You, and then Brave Together, because book 1 was already done, it felt like the series was already established. And there was a standard that was already established. And so it was just meeting that standard. And I just really want Royal Romance to be at least as good as those, if not slightly better, because each new series I do should be a little bit better, because I should be learning from everything. And so there's just things that I've learned from doing Across the Pond and Independent Hearts, that taking that information with also the fact that the Royal Romance, it's still romance, it's still in the genre that I write, but it is slightly different. With Royal Romance, there's just that slight fairy tale feel that's not quite fantasy, but also not quite just regular contemporary romance, if that makes sense. So I just want to know I'm doing it well, and I'm doing it right. So it's going to be a fine line between making sure I don't overthink it, but also making sure that I'm not underselling isn't the word, underestimating isn't the word, that I'm just not underperforming with it somehow, if that makes sense, that like it's living up to the expectations and the standards that I'm setting in my head. That's the struggle with that one. But what's really nice about working on Independent Hearts is just how easy it's feeling. And I felt this with book 2. It's just like there's something about this series too in particular. And it's kind of this way with Across the Pond, because Across the Pond I'm back in London, and I love writing scenes set in London, and it's one of my favorite locations to set a book in. And it's just, there's a part of that feels like coming home. But Independent Hearts also feels that way. There's something just deeply personal that I'm weaving into this story and into this series. And so when I sit down to work on it, I feel really cozy and comfortable and at home while I'm writing it. And so it's nice that already, like not even halfway through chapter 1, I'm already getting those feelings. Like, that just makes me really, really happy. I think that's the thing that's been bringing me joy today, is just how comfy and cozy and easy it's feeling. And I know there's going to be times while writing this month and over the next couple months that's going to feel difficult. It's not going to feel this easy all the time, but I do think it's a good sign that at this stage in the writing process for this book, that it's starting out feeling so easy, because that's a good sign. That's what you want. You want it to feel natural, and that it feels very natural. It just feels like I'm back in this town with all these people who I have come to love, and I'm excited. It's been a lot of fun today starting to write a little bit more about the main character and getting into her story just a little bit. And obviously in chapter 1 you don't info dump a million things, but just starting to lay that little breadcrumb trail of stuff that's going to come out in more detail in the next several chapters. So yeah, it's been really good and I'm having a good time. So I probably will do a little bit more writing. Let's get cooking and then get back to writing.
Also listening when we talk, making echoes as we walk. There's no one left but you and me. It's like a made-up place that only we can see. Hold my hand and hear the words I say. secret place for you and me. Let our minds be caught up in a dream.
All right. It's now 6:40. I don't know where this day has gone. Oh, the moon's up. Oh, it's just literally like just popped up over the chimney outside my window. Hello, moon. Not gonna be able to zoom in very well because the screen on the window, but we've got a moonrise. That's lovely. Okay, it's 6:40. Dinner's nearly done. I'm done writing for the day. I didn't get that far, but I got over 1,000, so that's good. I got to 1,254 words, so the project is now at 8,633, so that's fantastic. And bonus, yay, the Amazon order arrived, and I'm pretty happy with everything. So I've put the other two, you'll now see there's a little bag, a little Ted Baker bag, and a big Ted Baker bag. The 9K gift is now what's in the little bag. That's all ready to go for when I hit 9K in NaNoWriMo, not in the project, because you might be thinking, well, you're almost at 9K in the project, not for NaNoWriMo writing. So the 9K gift is in the little bag. Everything else that has arrived so far is in the bigger bag. When I open the 9K gift, I'll put everything for the 16K gift into the little bag. That way it feels kind of like I'm opening something and unwrapping a present without having to wrap everything individually, because I don't have the patience or the time for that. So that's the Ted Baker bags behind me. It's not Ted Baker stuff, but these are the 2K gift. So I got stickers. I got stickers for my planner. I'm gonna use them for my planner. I don't think they're actually meant for planners. They said like they're for like water bottles and things like, and laptops and things like that. So they are a bit thick. How much of this is the sticker and how much of it is just the backing though? Yeah, I think they'll be fine. I think they're a decent thickness for putting in a planner. They're not going to be too thick for my planner. So these are the books and flowers set. So they're books with flowers on them, which I just thought was really cute. I love that one. Like this one's a book stack. This one is a stack with a teacup on top. A lot of them are like this style where the pages are open and flowers are sprouting out. So I'm definitely going to leave these here. It's too late for me to deal with my planner now, but I'm going to have to set up my planner for next week, tomorrow, in between conferences. Some of these are just so pretty. And I'll leave that with my planner. So I still need to do my tracker update. So we've done 1,254. Yay! It's been a lovely evening, and I'm so glad these arrived. It's so silly. I know it's silly, but I'm so glad these have arrived. I was really looking forward to having them for my planner this month and this week in particular. Okay, I need to go. My pasta is beeping at me. I need to go eat dinner and get on with a very, very cozy evening.
Standing underneath the lights, look into each other's eyes. There's no one left but you and me. It's like a made-up place that only we can see.
Sometimes this couch is a little too comfortable. Like, I just don't want to get up. Like, it's 11:10. And I should have been in bed 30 minutes ago, but I was just too comfortable on the couch. So, time to wrap up this vlog, because once again, I have imported all the footage from today up to this point, and we are at 1 hour and 6 minutes so far. I need to try to get half of the vlog edited tomorrow and then half of it. Yeah, I'm both excited and also a little apprehensive about conferences this week. I will vlog tomorrow, day 1. I guess I could vlog Tuesday, but I'm gonna just try to vlog tomorrow. That was the plan in my head. I think with my schedule, tomorrow is slightly, oh, now I'm curious. Yeah, Monday and Tuesday are pretty much all, they're pretty much both rough. We'll see how much I can actually vlog tomorrow. It's gonna be a lot. You'll see that in the next vlog. We'll see what happens. But today has been really good and it's been a lovely evening. Dinner turned out really good. I didn't think it was gonna be that good. I liked it. I'm still working on the recipe. If I get it to something that I think is worth sharing, I will share it. But I'm still tweaking it. I'm still perfecting it, and I need to get it to something where I can replicate it consistently and have it turn out the same, because right now I'm not sure I can make it turn out as good as it did a second time. And we also have to see how it tastes reheated as leftovers. That's the ultimate test. Yeah, dinner turned out good. It's been a lovely evening. I've been watching a lot of YouTube, and earlier I was watching Escape to the Country, and now it's 11:18 and I need to go to sleep or I'm not going to be able to wake up tomorrow to go for a walk or something. I'm so tired. I should have gone to bed. I'm just was too relaxed on the couch. I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed, all that great YouTubey stuff. As our question of the vlog, I guess thinking about the conversation that I had earlier in the vlog about the first book in a series or subsequent books in a series. For those of you who are writers, I'd love to know, are you writing a series? Have you written the first book? Are you working on a second or later book in the series? How do you feel about like coming back to a series? Because there is something special about that. So I'd love to know if you feel the same way, and also how it feels when you are either creating that world for the first time or when you're returning to that world when you write the second or third or whatever book in the series. If you're a reader, I would love to know, what are some things that draw you in book 1 of a series? And like, what are the things in book 1 that kind of get you thinking, yeah, I'm definitely going to read the next book in this series? Like what draws you into the series and not just that book? And, or when you read a follow-up, like a second or third or more book in a series, what are the things that you love that like pulls you back into that series after you've been away from it for a while in between the different installments coming out? I just think standalone books are great, and some of my favorite books are standalones, but there's also something really magical about a series and getting drawn into a series or returning to the world of a book when you're reading a follow-up installment in a series. There's just something that you don't get, that you get from that you don't get in a standalone. Like it's a very different experience. So let's just chat book series as a writer or as a reader in the comments. Or you can leave me a couch emoji for how comfortable my couch is. Or leave me a writing related emoji, an emoji of your choice. I'm now talking absolute nonsense and I need to go to bed because it's a really, really long day tomorrow. So come back to the next vlog for that, and I will see you all very soon in the next vlog. Thank you very much for watching this one. Bye!